A warm welcome to you, and this is the morning call. Now, our Zimbabwean troops fighting in Mozambique. The Southern African country says no, debunking reports that it has deployed its military in neighboring Mozambique to fight an Islamic State insurgency there. According to Zimbabwe's Information Permanent Secretary, Mangwana, there are no boots on the ground in Mozambique, and there is, in fact, no plan for this. So where did the news come from, and why did it spread almost like wildfire? We give you a quick background to the story between the two neighboring countries. Last week, Zimbabwe's leader, Emmerson Mnangagwa, was on a one-day trip to Mozambique to meet President Filipe Nyusi. A communique released after the meeting acknowledged that instability in Mozambique was on the agenda. This comes indeed after Mozambique finally admitted that Al-Shabaab, an ISIL-affiliated group, is terrorizing the gas-rich northern province of Cabo Delgado. So what is the nature of the situation here, and how does it affect both countries? With us to help us understand this is Kelvin Jakachira, a Zimbabwean political analyst. Kelvin, good to have you with us this morning. Zimbabwe has denied deploying troops to northern Mozambique, but Kelvin, help us understand the circumstances here. How likely can this even be for Zimbabwe?
Thank you very much. Reports that Zimbabwe has deployed soldiers in Mozambique to help fight Islamic terrorists which are causing havoc in northern parts of Mozambique were first made by the director of Center for Democracy and Development in Mozambique, Adriano Alfredo Novunga. This is a civic society organization working on youth leadership in democracy and development. However, the speculation was bolstered by the visit a few days ago to Mozambique by Zimbabwe President Emmerson Mnangagwa to meet his Mozambican counterpart in Chimoio, where they discussed the security situation in Cabo Delgado and parts of the provinces of Manica and Sofala, where terrorists and armed groups carry out attacks, killing civilians and destroying infrastructure. This speculation that Zimbabwe and possibly Angola have deployed to assist Mozambique deal with this threat was possibly further heightened by reports of sudden successes by the Mozambican military against the insurgents. It must be remembered that these militants were overrunning towns and villages in northern Mozambique with relative ease and raising the ISIS flag, while in some instances displaying slain soldiers, government soldiers. There were also reports of Mozambican soldiers fleeing from their bases and from the front line. So this sudden turn of events is good enough to attract such speculation that the Mozambican army is being assisted by a more organized and forceful military machine. Be that as it may, the government of Zimbabwe, through the Information Permanent Secretary Mangwana, has denied it has deployed its troops to assist the Mozambican military in its efforts to defeat these militants who are determined to establish an Islamic State in the region. It must also be noted that President Mnangagwa is the chairperson of the SADC organ on politics, defense, security cooperation, and could have possibly been in Mozambique in that capacity. The insurgents in Mozambique is a regional security and it's a threat to regional security and stability. So SADC will certainly have an interest in what's going on in northern Mozambique.
I see, and interest you say there. So has this happened before? Yes, but in the 1980s, where more than 7,000 troops were deployed to fight alongside the Mozambique's government that was battling rebels under the banner of Renamo at the time. Today, many things are different for both countries. For Zimbabwe, in fact, the least being that of a poor economy. A deployment like this surely would mean pressure on the already limited resources. Won't it, Kelvin?
I think in the context of ensuring that there is stability in Mozambique and that there is not going to be a flood of refugees into Zimbabwe and into other SADC countries, certainly I am of the opinion that an intervention will be timely, irrespective of Zimbabwe's economic situation. Besides, it is interesting to note that these militants are operating in an area which is rich in gas and other natural resources. Similarly, Zimbabwe is also rich with gas in the Mashonaland Central Province, which borders with Mozambique.
Kelvin, that's where we would have to leave it. Thank you for sharing your insights about the situation there with us this morning. Thank you very much. Zimbabwean political analyst Kelvin Jakachira from speaking to me there from Harare. We now move on to bring you some more stories.